Hey guys, welcome. We're on the MineBunch server again. I just shot a whole 15-minute video explaining everything that's been going on and found out that my microphone apparently wasn't working, so we're gonna go ahead and try this again. So before, on the other video, I just went through kind of a rundown on all the updates of everything that has been going on, why I haven't been recording. So basically, the story about me not recording is I was set up in my basement, my office slash recording. Everything was down in the basement. And we had purchased a chest freezer because we didn't have one and had placed it down there. And this thing is the loudest chest freezer you've ever heard in your life. I have noise canceling headphones and I could still hear the freezer through it. So my microphone is a Blue Yeti mic, so it's super sensitive to those kinds of things. So basically when I was recording, you would just hear in the background, and it was just a pain in the ass to remove that audio out. Even taking it into Audacity or any of my other programs and trying to remove the audio from it, it just was a massive pain. It really ruined my audio quality, and I didn't feel comfortable putting out videos after I had just gone from my old headset mic, which was just really crappy audio, to a video for the MineBunch with my new microphone and the audio being really good in that one, and then go back to really crappy audio again. I just didn't want to make that jump. It's just kind of a personal preference. And so I've moved my office. It's now upstairs on the top floor, a smaller room. It's a little bit quieter up here. There's no real sounds other than my computer tower fan. You might be able to hear that, but that is not as destroying for audio as a buzzing noise, a really loud buzzing noise in the background. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the work I've done. Basically, I have a kind of small, pretty small, I would say, cactus farm up here. I also have an egg farm, and it basically the water pushes all the eggs and the chickens to the back, and they get put through hoppers into this top chest and funneled down through the system into whatever level of chest is full. So basically this indicates that the first chest in the hopper at the bottom is full, and this second level here is being filled up now. This chest is now getting items in it. This design here is made by a YouTuber named Mumbo Jumbo. He is extremely good at redstone, a hell of a lot better than I am, and I probably wouldn't be able to figure that one out by myself. So the house is still pretty well plain. I've got my enchanting room still, my brewing room, and my bedroom there. Our animals are now in here because they refuse to stay outside. They keep teleporting around even when I have them sitting. So we'll go ahead into the nether hub. The only thing I didn't show you is where my furnace and my crafting table is set up. I have a new ender chest to put all my valuables in. I finally got some blaze rods and was able to make that. So we'll go ahead and take a look at spawn. I didn't bring any food with me. I might have to stop at the food shop. So basically spawn is like this now. We still have the original stalls. This one here is the co-op Let's Play guys. So I think this is going to get torn down at some point because the co-op Let's Play guys don't play anymore. In fact, their channel doesn't even exist anymore. So I'm going to claim this as LT Nachos, if I can spell, Nachos Shack of something. Something. So I'm going to take this down here and go ahead and take care of this. I think I'll take down the ice. Is this my silk touch here? Yes, it is. We'll take this ice down for now. So there we go. Take this ice and then I just don't want it branded co-op Let's Play still, considering I'm just going to take it in a bit. So there we go. Take that off. Alright, so we are running the latest snapshot on the server now. So quite a bit is new. There's new biomes. This is a new shop by Longshot Luigi. This is an archery shop. There's the Bone Shack, there's a chicken shop there, there's a public park with some of the new flowers. There's this here, which is basically a flower generator. You flip this on and it spams redstone. And redstone on a double high plant duplicates it, so you get a whole bunch of them. So let's go ahead and check out what I've been working on. I've been working on this kind of ugly building right now, but it's not really done or decorated yet. This is going to be a spleef arena, and we are probably going to transition over to Bucket once it becomes available. Once 1.7 is out and Bucket is ready for it, we are probably going to be getting a spleef arena plugin for this, and I haven't really talked about it to the other guys yet, but probably going to be just doing it like that, finding out what the server wants for a game, putting together a group effort to build it in survival, and then adding a plugin to it afterwards. So let's go ahead and steal some food here, even though it's free food. Just fill up, I think. So yeah, we're probably gonna build like arenas or whatever we want to have on the server, and go ahead and add a plugin for it afterwards. Now this is going to come down to a group decision, and we're going to go ahead. I just figure spleef is kind of like a staple, so it's probably going to be the first plugin we get, really. And so all this stuff is still the same: the potion stall, the Morale's job shop. The only thing that's new is this fence that's going up. I think Martin's building this. I'm not entirely sure who's building this, actually. I kind of forget. But he's building a new kind of company or whatever over there, so I wonder what it's going to be. I think he said it was a building company. He's going to have... You pay him and he'll build you whatever you want. This is still our quarry. We've had a few wither fights down here. The first one I was not part of, and the other day Martin and we went on a journey and I just killed myself. Yeah. Alright, I didn't realize the water was gone from there. Anyway. And that is officially my first death on the server, even though there's no plug-in. So we got rid of the death count because I made the mistake of pressing the button up in the sky. So they've decided upon just getting rid of the death counter altogether because it's kind of meaningless now. I also went up there in creative and knocked the server out, or knocked that button out. I really hope nothing fell into that lava that's down there. That would be kind of pretty crappy luck, because I have some pretty good gear. So anyway, as I was trying to say, let's go ahead and gather up all this stuff first. What I was trying to say before I was so rudely pulled a stupid moment is we had a few wither fights down here. I don't think I lost anything, actually. As you can see, we're pretty it's pretty beat up down to bedrock. So yeah, I didn't lose anything. So anyway, we had a few wither fights down here. Got a few beacons set up. We have one with resistance on it right now, and then there's another one with speed set up a little bit further away. And our plan is to be going to be having the whole spawn covered with speed boost entirely, so that it's quicker for us to move around here and go to the various shops. There's been a plan set forward to kind of just torch the rest of this jungle here, or chop it down. Torching it would be a lot faster. Just set fire here and let it go. The only thing I worry about is that this is wool, and this shop here might get a little bit of fire on it, but everything else is kind of pushed back. But the plan is to burn this down, kind of get rid of this jungle here as well. We got to be a little bit careful there, because I think there's a few homes in that jungle. We don't want to torch them in the process. So yeah, my valuables, they go into my ender chest. I'll put this ice in here just so I can grab it at home quicker. So I've got quite a reasonable amount of materials. I'm kind of running low on gold though. So basically that's about it, other than other than my Spleef Arena and this archery shop, there's nothing really entirely new. The park, maybe 4 new buildings, I think. Since the last time you saw it, I'm not entirely sure where I left off. So, the other thing is that Vuzok has been having a lot of trouble managing the server and then finding time to play and finding time to do his schoolwork. So the decision that he came to, because I offered to help run it back end with him, is that I'm actually going to own the server. So the server is now on my host. I'm running it. He still plays. He still shows up for the events and has fun and plays on it from here and there. He is a little bit more active with not having to run it back end. And with me running, it's a little bit better because I do check it back end every day to make sure it's working. Because we did have a few crashes with it when he was running it, and because he was so busy, he wasn't able to turn it back on for quite some time. So we went like a few days, like 3 or 4 days the one time, without it being booted back up, so nobody could play or record on it. So I'm running it now, and we're working on that. The other reason why I was saying earlier about building the arenas here and then getting a plugin for it when they're available is that it also saves me from having to set up a secondary server for events, and that's what I've been doing in the past. Oh, sorry, big yawn. I've set up a second server to run as the event server so that we don't ruin this server or anything happens to this server. And the problem with that is just it's quite a bit of work because I have to get everything together, bucket, plugins, etc. This way, what I plan to do is host 2 events. Do 2 events a week at the beginning of the week, running from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. So probably Sunday to Friday is do maybe like a group build project to build a new arena or a new mini game or a new whatever it is we need to do. And then the Saturday, actually have the event itself for whatever it is we've built. So the Spleef Arena obviously isn't like that because Bucket is quite a ways off, so I've just been kind of chipping away at it by myself. But in the future with Bucket, that's kind of my vision towards what I want to do with Bucket and arenas and games and whatever to help keep the server a little bit more active, because I know a few people, they're going to get in, they're going to play, and then they're going to say, well, I've got nothing left to do because it's vanilla, I'm kind of bored. So I figure a group build project during the week to build a new arena or mini game, and then at the end of the week actually implementing that mini game and having a nice event for it. So hopefully we'll see a lot more activity. Everyone's videos are going to be hopefully getting a little bit more active on recording and uploading videos just because of that. So and this all depends on how long it takes for 1.7 to come and a stable bucket come out for it. Right here we've got Clem and Wilbo trying to build that iron trench that I've seen on YouTube, and that is just a humongous project. In survival, it's going to take way too long. I don't even think Clem plays anymore, to be honest. Well, Clements, yes, he does play. Never mind. Clements and Wilbo, I believe they are both on the server still. And basically, when I took over, everyone who didn't log in within the week, the first 2 weeks, I think it was actually, they had 2 weeks to log in on the new server. And anyone who didn't log in on the new server basically is off the whitelist. They are no longer a member of the MineBunch, so I do have to update my MineBunch description for all the members at some point. I haven't been able to compile a list for that yet because I've been busy setting up back end. I've been working on a website for the MineBunch as well. It's basically just a form right now, but there is another one that's going to be coming at some point. Oh man, apparently I'm boring myself with all this talking, so that's probably a good point to wrap up, I think. Me on the big yawn, because I'm knocking myself out. So, yeah, if you want to apply, you can apply either on the original MineBunch topic, which is on the Minecraft forums, or you can apply over on the MineBunch forums that I have set up on my server at ltnachos.com. And there's going to be news of the events. Anyone can register. It is a public forum. I'm going to be setting up more stuff. We also have our own TeamSpeak, and the TeamSpeak is ts.minebunch.com, and that is, we go in it from time to time. I'm usually putting around in it no matter what. I'm usually just parked there. And there's also 3 public channels for anyone to use. I'm going to expand upon it if needed. There's also our MineBunch channels for events, and those are not accessible to the public. They're password protected. So, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of been a rundown of what's been going on, what's happening on the server, and hopefully my audio recorded this time. But thanks for watching.